Hello everyone, this is Liza. Today I'll be presenting you a lesson from class 5th state board which is about reading maps of different kinds. Now before we go into the lesson, what do you understand by reading maps? Reading maps is nothing but we would be seeing different kinds of maps and we will try to know how to read them and what are the information that we will be getting in it. So let's go ahead with the presentation. Now, so, what do we learn? This is the first chapter in the 7th class textbook for Telangana state government. Now, if you see, we will be able to understand. I have divided this lesson into two different period plans. The first period plan will be, we will be talking about different kinds of maps and then what are the symbols that are used, in the maps and few activities for our better understanding. And the second period plan, that is class 2, I'll be talking about physical maps, then its uses, then we will be talking about how to calculate, height on land, and then we will be talking about counter lines, mean sea level, etc. So there will be also an activity in the second class as well. So now, if you have seen, what do you see here? We see a map, an India map, yes. I'll just increase the size for you. You do see there are different states and then there are certain monuments as well, right? So these are the symbols stating this is the monument or this place is famous for. Let's say if you have seen Telangana, you see Hyderabad, you see the Charminar, yes. So these are how maps are and these are the symbols that are used on maps. So what do we learn in it? We read about maps in this. Then how to know the directions, right? Then we will be listing out the objects that we do on maps. Now before we go, what do you understand, the first thing that comes to your mind when you see maps? Yes, directions or different kinds of maps. The scale, yes, you have a map showing how many kilometers or the measurement from certain place, like certain state to certain state. Yeah, from Kanyakumari to Kashmir, or Kanyakumari to Delhi, or Chennai to Delhi. So, and then you have symbols, yes, directions. So what do you understand by directions? On maps, what do they show? Yes, they show us east, west, north, and south. If I want to travel from Hyderabad to Bhubaneswar, so I will travel from south to east. If I want to travel from Hyderabad to Mumbai, I'll be traveling from south to west because Mumbai is in west. Next, now if you can see, this is a map I'm going to show. If you just click, it's a 3D map and you will be able to locate the landforms. Yes, see the white option are the mountains, then you have the outlining, the greener part is the forest area and the mountain regions you can see on the left side. Yes, you have also symbols of the different states as well, different countries. Yes, so this is how India maps look. Let's see the next map. Okay, do you see this? You see India map. We have all the states as well as the rivers and the capitals as well on it. Yes, do you see Hyderabad? Yeah, okay. We can see small states in it. Yeah, small cities, etc. I hope you can see it. So you can see Suryapet, Mahabubnagar, Guntur, etc. So the map is showing you, and if you see on the left side, you can see you will be able to see national capital over the other main cities, and then it gives you information about your union territories, etc. So maps give us more of information, and there are many different kinds of maps. Why this we understand. So before we, as we are reading the lesson, we have seen there are certain difficult words, so we call them as keywords as well. So to understand the lesson in a better way, even we need to know the meaning of the difficult words. So what do you understand by mountains? The moment mountains as it's a raised part of the earth. Yes, it's in the highest. Yeah, and then it's bigger than the hills, they say. So have you seen any mountains? For an example, we have seen, right, Mount Everest, Himalayas, which are like a borders. Yes, they keep protecting our country, yeah, from any kind of invasion from any of the other countries. Yes, so let's see how the mountains look. Do you see this? Wonderful. The next word is hills. Hills are nothing but they are smaller than the mountains, okay, and they are naturally raised area of land. So you might have heard of hill stations like Kulu Manali, Kodaikanal, and Ooty. These are called hill stations. Yes. So let's see how a hill station looks. So do you see this? These are called hills. They are shorter in size. They are not as mountains. Now let's go to the next word. You see sea coast? Yes. What is it? A sea coast is nothing but a part of part of land adjoining a nearby sea, right? So we have sea coast where we do play. Yes, if you have visited Chennai or Vishakhapatnam or Mumbai, etc., we have sea coast where people can sit, or it's a little bit a smaller land area which is not covered with water. Yes, so you can see the picture as well. The image is there. Desert. What do you mean by desert? Desert is a place where we do not find any vegetation. Any kind of proper vegetation is not there, and no animals, no people, no water, especially to survive. Now, forest. Forest is nothing but a large area of land which is covered with trees. That is 33% of the area of a particular state has to be covered by forest. That is trees. Let's see the image. The snow covered mountains. What do you understand by snow covered mountains? Snow covered region. Snow covered region is nothing but usually they have certain thickness or certain snow that have is covered in that particular land. So, for an example, Antarctic Ocean, Antarctic land. So you can see the penguins as well. Variations are different, like we have different landforms. If you see, let me, okay, do you see plains, deserts, volcano, bay, hill, mountains? So different types of land, so we have variation in our own earth land. Symbols are marks. So do you see the symbols? Let me zoom in for you. So there are different symbols used in order for us to locate where the place which we want to locate on maps. So you can see food, you can see airplane, airport. So there are different locations, different symbols being used for that. Yes? Okay. Let's reduce the screen. Now let's go. What do you mean by atlas? As we were reading the lesson, there was a word which said atlas. You can see the image. There is a cover page of atlas, and you can, if you open the book, you have different kind of maps. The atlas shows all the different kinds of map, like political map, physical map of a particular state, of a particular country, or a world map, anything. So this, what is an atlas? As I said, a book which contains different kinds of maps, world map, physical maps of India, etc. Any country. Now, this is a map. How do we define maps? What do you understand by map? The first thing that comes. See, a map is a two-way dimensional picture. Yeah, a drawing or a picture of an area. Yes. Maps can have a variety of different forms. So it can be like showing different landforms or showing rivers across our country. A simple sketch of the street on which we live. Let's say if I stay in Yusufgoda or I'm Amirpet. So a simple sketch showing this is the place. Yeah, a complex survey map of a particular area of a land. A particular area is there, let's say Hyderabad. You want, it's a complex place, you do not know, so you draw a map to know the places, the locations, in order to reach a full comprehensive presentation of the earth. So of the earth, the entire earth is covered, the representation is done through maps to understand how we exist on in the earth, and what are the countries located in the earth, what are the oceans located, oceans or seas in on the earth, and how we can trace it. If you see this, now let's think, why do we need maps? What are the uses? It shows our earth's surface as we have learned, and then it shows us different landforms or political boundaries or water bodies that are present in our country or state, or in the world, and the position of the city, where exactly that particular city is located. If you have seen the map, see, this map shows you about the different rivers like Indus River, see, Salem, and then you have Charna, then you have Ganges, Brahmaputra, Yamuna, Narmada, Godavari, yeah, Mahanadi, Krishna. Yes, so this is how the map shows. So we do find these as well in Atlas. And if you wish, you can also check online as well for various different kinds of map. Okay, in order to show us, if you have seen, observed in news as well, they do show us recording showing a map stating, showing us symbols if there is any heavy rain, or if they are and too much of heat or sun, I mean so and so degrees, they do show them right on the maps. This is different major cities of India, you can see. Yep, Port Blair, Bay of Bengal, Arabian Sea, Lakshadweep, Telangana and Hyderabad, Warangal. Yep. So we have lots. So these are the showing the major cities. Now let's go for a quick activity. Now I can see, you see a map of India. Now I will ask you a few questions. Now there is an activity for you to answer these. Let's go. Now, as we see the map, we will have answer these questions, and I want you to write it down on a notes. So please do answer these activity questions. I'll be sending across to you, and there will be also a quiz. I would like to know how far you have understood this lesson, the first period plan. So I would also know how many marks you have scored and how much. So what is the name of the lesson? The name of the lesson is reading maps of different kinds. What are maps? Map shows us all the important information using symbols. Yeah, they are political maps, landforms, water bodies, everything can be seen. Uses of maps, yes, it is very much useful in order to see the we get to see the earth's surface, and if you want to reach to a destination, they are very much helpful for us. What is an atlas? Atlas is nothing but a book which shows all the different kinds of maps like world map, Indian map, political map, physical map, etc. How many different types of maps are there? Political map, physical map, yes, okay, and many more. What are the names of the different symbols? Yeah, there, for fire station there's a different symbol, for hospital there's a different symbol, for restaurant there's a different symbol. So every place has a symbol in order for us to locate it, in order for us to understand and simplify it. Yes. And what are the use of symbols? With this, because of the symbols, we are able to reach that destination, or know that place where exactly it is. So what did we learn exactly? We in this lesson, in this part 1, the first class that we have heard of. In this lesson we have learned different kinds of maps, that they are different kinds of maps can help us, yeah, to know our locations or the other locations which we need. And they are also symbols, and also it shows directions to go from one place to other. And then symbols are used to understand or to know where the location of that particular location is. If it, let's say for an example, for a hospital, we would like to know the symbol. There will be a symbol of a plus sign, and you will be able to understand, yes, that is a hospital. So you will be able to understand, and you will be able to get the directions as well for that. And you have a small assignment too along with that activity. I want you to look at a political map. You can find it on net as well. I do not want you to stress. So you just and then if you just open a political map on your system, if you have phones or systems, just open that, and then I would like you to answer questions given on page number 2. So that would be a home assignment. I hope you have understood the first part of the lesson. Now, once you go through, have a quick reading again and again, so that you will be able to understand and follow the lesson. Let's meet in the next class. This text we have learned this lesson from Telangana State Board textbook, and the pictures will you will be able to locate pictures or get the maps from internet. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Let's meet in the next class.